Evening all, Louise here. Right, I wasn't here yesterday. I had an absolutely huge migraine, and then when it went off, I was just absolutely knackered. I started with another one today, but so far I'm just coming round from it. So I'm going to do a quick. It's only going to be a quick reading, and it's only because I feel guilty for not doing these readings every evening or most evenings a week. Well, I've not been on any media whatsoever. I've not looked at any news. I've not listened to any news. I've not watched anything or looked at X or any of these, alternative media platforms at all, because I needed to take a break from it, because I was getting myself too embroiled in the theatre of it all. And this is the key, because this is why it's so easy to get drawn in by the drama. So I've withdrawn myself from the drama because I could feel myself getting so incensed by the nonsense of it all. There's always been a drama. It's always been theatre. It's always been there to coerce and frighten us into behaving the way that they want us to behave. They're stepping it up, the rhetoric. The information's coming thick and fast. It's too fast. It's very, very difficult to keep up with what's going on. I don't know what's going on in this country or in the rest of the world. So this reading is just going to be a quick reading about basically what's the potential for us to come out of the other side? Are we going to come out of Keir Starmer's Labour era probably very battered and bruised, but are we going to come out of it all right? Because a lot of people are worried that we're not going to come out of this all right, and by the time he's had his 4 years, he'll have put so many laws in place that will completely restrict all our freedoms, which we don't have very many now anymore, to the point where whoever comes in afterwards is not going to have the will to want to change it back, because power is an addictive thing. So this reading, I suppose, is just, are we going to survive it? Are we going to get through the next 4 years and come out the other side of that okay? A lot of it is down to our determination to not put too much emphasis on what's going on, to not let them draw you into an argument, because this is what everything that's going on at the moment. It's all part of a plan. The plan is to get us all against each other. One side, race, religion, gender, countries, nations. It's all about getting us so fractured and against each other. Family member against family member, kids against the parents. This is what Hitler did in the 1930s. You know, in the 30s, everybody thinks that there was a Gestapo on every street corner. There actually wasn't that many. They relied on children ratting the parents out and next door neighbours ratting each other out for information. This happened 4 years ago, relying on people, making people so scared, using guilt, fear, and giving people an option to make themselves feel superior to others because of their particular viewpoint that they've adopted, because they were given the viewpoint, rather than make their own mind up about what's going on. It's about making your own mind up and keeping your people, your community, your life sacred to you, and not placing too much emphasis on what's going on around us, because it's all theatre. It's part of a plan which will end in 2030. the Great Reset, or whatever you want to call it. And the aim of that reset is to transform all us that carry human biology and transform us into transhumans. They want to implant AI into us all. And the minute that happens, we will no longer be human. I think we are going to be the last generation of humans on this planet if we are not careful, if we don't stick together. And it's coming. It's already started. The AI, the big push for AI. I know people think Elon Musk is a massive, massive hero, and for the moment, yes, he is. But there's another agenda with Elon Musk. Everybody thinks Donald Trump is a massive hero, and for this moment in time, yes, he is. But no, don't hero worship, because they will disappoint you. They will disappoint you. Don't pick a side and stick to it blindly and stubbornly. You've got to learn to be fluid and see the dark in everything, see the light in things, and then quickly see where it's going pear-shaped. We've got lepidolite number 32. Number 32. Where are we? That's 31. I might not even put this up because I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm being guided at the moment, so I don't really know what's coming out of my mouth. Simplification, manageability, organisation, one task at a time. Lepidolite spirit shows up when we are most likely to freak out. Wow. Okay. It gently soothes us with its message. Keep it simple. Figuring out finances can lead to a harried state, even if you are good at maths, because money represents your security in this world. Now is the time to release your fears and experience that focusing on just one task and completing it will return you to the equilibrium. One thing, then another, then another. It will all sort itself out if you simplify and focus. So rather than allowing ourselves to get caught up in the rhetoric of the day, in the mass panic of the day, of the let's take sides of the day, let's keep it simple. When we're talking about the war in the Middle East and Ukraine, keep it simple. People just need to stop dying. However that's going to happen, all the arguing and the back and forth, it's irrelevant. People have just got to stop dying. Same in the Middle East. Same with there's just got to be, it's black and white basically. It's right and wrong. This is a spiritual battle, and this battle is for your heart and your mind. And the way they're doing that is by making you scared to death, by giving you the feeling that you have to take a side in order to be right. You don't have to take any sides. You just have to understand that that's what's happening. This is the pandemic 0.2 or 2.0. What we're witnessing right now is the pandemic 2.0. Don't allow them to hoodwink you. If you were hoodwinked the first time round, I'm sure you will not allow it to happen again. We've got to remain peaceful within ourselves. We've got to remain fearless within ourselves and outside of ourselves. And all that's going on around us, what's going off in the news, all that, it's theatre, it's drama, it's designed, it's propaganda. It's designed to make you take a side, stick to it, and then argue your point all the way. What is your point? Once you realise what your point is, then you've got to start and think, is this a point of view that I've got from the telly? Is this a point of view that I've picked up from people around me? Or is this what I think? Everybody doesn't have to agree with you. You don't have to agree with everyone else in order to remain friends and family. We've lost sight of that one. So are we going to be all right? We've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So this is someone who's quite nurturing. At the moment, with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So there's not much nurturing going on. We're not managing our finances very well. This is us as a country. We're not looking after our own very well. Food and all that. You can talk about farmers. You can talk about security and all that. At the moment, we're very insecure. Financially, security-wise, we're an insecure nation. That's what's happening right now. So, are we going to be all right? See the mood of people? People are so angry and so belligerent with one another on taking sides over Ukraine and Donald Trump and all that. And the thing is, it's not necessary. And then we've got the Wheel of Fortune. And if you look at that first disc, it says rotate, around and around. What goes around comes around. Everything changes. Nothing stays the same. We're insecure at the moment. Everything changes. Nothing ever stays the same. Now, we don't know whether it's going to change for the better or the worst. We don't know. What we do know is right now we're stuck with a government that is incompetent, naive, inexperienced. And so it's a gamble. They may get a grip at some point. They may get a grip. They may turn it round at some point. But the first 7 or 8 months of their tenure, we've been an embarrassment on the world stage. The UK has become an embarrassment. We're taxed to the hilt. Our bills are our fuel bills are the highest in the world. We're squeezed and squeezed and squeezed. There's nothing more juice to squeeze from any one of us. And that's where we are in this position. But the wheel will carry on turning. The world will continue to turn, and nothing ever stays the same. So what's our potential for change? What's the potential for change for the better? Give us something for the next 6 months. Then we've got the world. So the potential for better things, the world's your oyster, think of it like that. This is the dancer in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot. This is the world. The potential is we can have whatever we want. We can be whatever we want to be. We can be prosperous. We can be happy. We can be joyful. And we should not rely on everything that's going on around us to prevent that from happening. Because if we maintain a level of joy and gratitude and love for the people that we have in our lives and the things that we do have in our lives, and not pay so much attention to what we haven't got, and pay more attention to the things that we do have and show gratitude for that, then the universe will grant us more of that. If we spend more of our time thinking and ruminating on what we haven't got, the universe thinks that that's what we want, because Where you place your attention is where you place your energy. And when you place your energy and intention and attention on the negative, the more of us that do that, this is like a plea to the universe for more of the same. The universe doesn't understand that attention on the negative is not what we don't want. We should be looking at placing your energy and your attention on the things that you do want, because the more you place your energy and attention on the things that you do want, the more smoothly life goes, the easier life is, the happier it is. So the potential for change isn't dependent on Keir Starmer and his absolutely moronic government. The potential for change for the better comes from within ourselves. So that's the potential. But can we change this? Will we change this? We've got two turned up. So we've got the Knight of Swords. This is somebody moving quickly. And then we've got the Knight of Wands. So let me just go for this one. This Knight of Swords all of a sudden reminds me of a film with Steve McQueen and a motorbike, and I don't know what the name of the film is, and I'm sure some of you will be able to tell me. And I think it's a film set in during the war. This person's got a bow over his shoulder there. It's almost as if we can have whatever we want, but we have to chase it. We're having to chase it. This man's chasing after looks like a runaway motorcycle. So if we have what we can have what we want, we can have what we need, we can have what makes us happy, but we might have to chase that. And I think that's what I was just saying about change your mindset, change your mind, stop. Try not to put too much focus on the things that you don't want to happen in your life, like the news. Like it's a constant bombardment of bad news, and it's a ruse. It's there to make you shit scared. It is a pandemic 2.0. Chase after a different dream, a different thought, a different feeling. Try and find a different feeling, a better feeling. Anger is a higher vibrational feeling than fear. So if you can only make it to anger, make it out of fear into anger, and then from anger, try and look around you to all the things that you do have, all the people you do have in your life, and all the things that you are blessed with, your kids, your grandkids, all that kind of thing. And then with the Queen of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, we've got the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a bit of a player for me, and this one feels like a bit of an adventurer, someone who's carefree and all that kind of thing. We've got all the stuff that's going on, all the heavy shit that's going on around us, but it's not going to stay the same, and it won't stay the same if we try to enjoy life a little bit more. This whole reading is saying the same thing to me. You know, at the moment, this is the situation we are as a country in a very sticky situation. But no matter how sticky the situation, we can try and at least change our minds a bit, and maybe stay away from the news. And it is going at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Maybe just check in with what's happened, maybe once a day, rather than I know a lot of people are literally stuck by a radio or super glued to the phone watching for the next ping to come up. because it's fast and furious, and news never used to come like that. And then we've got the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands. Find a new inspiration. Find something to inspire you, something that's going to ignite your imagination. This is what we need to do. We need to ignite our imagination. My imagination, since I put down the, God knows, the news and all that kind of thing, and trying to search for information, for stuff that I don't quite understand that's going on in the world. Since I put it down, I've literally just been, I've been at work, but every minute that I've had a spare thought, and it's sort of gone down that rabbit hole of what's going on with this and what's going on with Ukraine and all that. I've literally forced myself out of that. And I've sort of spent my lunch break looking at the Shetland Islands and what it's like to live on the Shetland Isles. It just, a bit of escapism, I think, is what we need. I said that in a very roundabout way, but I think that's what we need. I think we need to find a bit of escapism. We need to escape out of what's getting fired at us, the reality of now, and just find a bit of escapism. This reminds me of a bit of escapism too, like running away from things. It's running away without running away. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes, you can sort of, it's running away in your mind. And then we've got a lot of fire in this reading. Then we've got the King of Wands. Someone who is an adventurer, someone who is going to set fire to the world, not literally. Someone who's incredibly brave, fearless. We've got to start and be fearless. I know a lot of people email me and they say, I'm so worried about what's going on. We need to start to be fearless. Once you realise that this whole world is a massive drama, and that what's being played out on the world stage at the moment has been planned for many, many decades, and all we're seeing right now is the stepping up of those plans being implemented, because there's a deadline of 2030, and in order to get everybody on the same page, they've got to do the propaganda and the fear mongering and the lies and the make you skin, make you weary, make you angry, make you turn against the people you love, make the people you love turn against you, brother against sister, race against race, religion against religion. Everybody's playing their part, and even Starmer has a part to play in this. His part is one of privilege right now, but when you in a position of privilege and you're sliding up that climbing up that greasy pole, sometimes it gets a little bit too slippery and you're the first one down at the bottom on your arse, because the world will turn. Then we've got the Five of Swords. This is mentally challenging. It's mentally challenging when you've got no money and you can't afford to put your heating on, and your food bill is more expensive every single week. It's mentally challenged to try and find the adventure and an inspiration in life. People are finding that challenging. That's the whole point. Because if you can't use your imagination any longer because you're so stressed that your imagination is just on its arse, this is the whole point. Make you feel hopeless, helpless. There's no way out. This is the challenge. The challenge is to find some adventure. You can do things that cost no money and feel like you've been on an adventure. Find some inspiration in something. Do something. Draw, paint, sing, play a musical instrument. I don't know, do what I do. Knit, sew, gardening. I've got an allotment. I'll go and sit there. I'll go and sit there on my day off, even if I don't do any work at all. When I'm not very well, I'll just sit there because it's peaceful. Find some joy somewhere in your life. It might be something that you used to enjoy doing as a child. This is what this is feeling like. Because right now it's becoming a challenge to find the joy in life. And that's because that's how it's been planned. Don't let the bastards get you. So, there is a way out. There is a way out. And in the meantime, we've just got to use our imaginations. We've got to stick together, look after one another, use our imaginations, find a bit of joy in life. We're all in the same boat. You know, most of us are all in the same boat. Skint, got no bloody money, worried where the next rent payment's coming from. You know, we're all in that. I'm no exception to that. I've got no money. And the bravery and the inspiration and finding the joy in life will be fruitful. You will become an abundant human being once again. This is the Empress. We had this yesterday, I think. Not yesterday, the day before. She's pregnant. She's gestating something. Abundance, fertility, growing new ideas. This is the Libra and Taurus, but mainly Libra. You know, she's nurturing. Nurture yourself. Get that old sketchbook out the closet. Do some drawing, some painting. Get some music on, dance around your kitchen, sing with an airbrush in your hand like a microphone. I don't know. Just do something. Watch something funny. Watch a comedian that you love. Find something to make you laugh. And just pretend, just for a moment, that this shit isn't happening. Then we've got two more. We've got the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords. This is the Thief in the Night card. This is the Thief in the Night card. And the Ace of Swords. What's that saying about something? Is it fear is the thief of joy? Yeah. Fear is the thief of joy. Starmer is going to continue to come for your money. The media is going to continue to fuck with your mind. One day it'll be this person is the worst person since life that ever lived, and then the next day that person will be the best person. You're not going to be able to keep up. You're not going to be able to keep up with the news. It's going to come at us thick and fast, and it's designed to break us mentally, thieving your joy. But don't allow it, because then we've got the Ace of Swords, because the truth is going to come out. There is going to be one massive lightning bolt, one huge bolt from the blue, one massive realization. It's going to come. It's coming. It's coming. In the meantime, be patient. Find some joy in life. This is going to be with us for some time. But if you're hanging about waiting for drastic change, you're never going to find it. You've got to be the change you want to see. This that's happening right now is a massive head fuck. And even if you are addicted to the news or whatever, just try and switch it off a little bit, even if it's just one day a week, and just learn to enjoy something. Are we going to be okay? Are we going to be all right? Are we going to come out of this next 4 years okay, please? Are we going to come out of this next 4 years okay? We have. I knew this was going to happen. The High Priestess. Do you know why we've got the High Priestess? The answer's not been answered yet. And do you know why we've got the High Priestess? Because it's down to us to change it. And we can't do it by going out onto the streets and rioting, because that will put us in prison. We can't go out onto the streets and protest, because then we'll just be told, the news will just tell everybody that we're just a bunch of far-right thugs. We can't write to our MPs because they just bloody well ignore you. You can't, there's nothing that we can do. You can write to your MP, they'll just ignore you anyway. There's nothing we can do. What we can do is find the joy in life. Find it. Do something adventurous. Find something inspirational. Be fearless. Grow what you want in your mind. Because all this is going on nicely in the background, and all this is designed to fuck your mind up so that you can't remember what it's like to have fun, find inspiration, grow something, a new idea, plant some seeds in life, and find the joy. Find the joy in life. Every little thing that's good, blow it up in your mind and make it massive. And everything in your life that's not so good, minimize it in your life, in your mind, and make it insignificant. Probably isn't the sort of reading you're expecting from me tonight, but I just feel like we've got to start pulling it back. We have to start pulling it back now. We have to start finding something to be thankful for, grateful for, find some joy and some bliss somewhere, whatever that means to you. Anyway, my wish for you is that you find a little bit of joy, some happiness, some laughter, some love, some fun, and a little bit more inspiration. Take care. Ta-ra!